Worst sermon I've ever preached my whole life. And I just want to give the altar call and quit now. Listen, if you ever want to know what I'm going through in life, it's always about what I'm preaching about. God is so good to do that.
Y'all, wait until y'all hear this mess here. Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope everybody is feeling good. We're on our way to Thanksgiving, y'all. We are in the fall season, and I hope y'all are feeling good and feeling great. In today's video, I'm going to need y'all to sit down because the twists and turns in this situation with JP Miller is just, I just can't wrap my mind all the way around it. Before we get into it, though, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things way more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up. And over there, we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. There's a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. If there are topics or popular situations or cases in the media that you guys are wondering why I have not made a video on them, check my Patreon. They may be over there, like the P. Diddy situation. That's over on my Patreon. As a matter of fact, we were talking about P. Diddy in December of last year, 2023, before any of this stuff went crazy in the media. But make sure you read the full about section with Patreon and what each tier offers before you join. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and I'm also on Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is a platform where you can find links to a lot of the things that I like, use, love, and y'all ask about, like clothing items, makeup items, cooking utensils, skincare, workout gear, all types of stuff. I post those links over on my Like to Know It, and all of those platforms are linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. So before we get into this with JP Miller, I need to tell y'all that everything in this video is alleged. I don't know any of these people. I pull all of my information from very public news sources that is already out there. I filter it through my own words, my own opinions, and at the end, I'm going to give y'all my opinion. But make sure you stay to the end, because just when you think you've got this situation figured out today in this video, we're going to take a hard left. So if y'all have not been caught up on JP Miller and the Mica situation, I have other videos. I have a playlist. Go get caught up and then come back to this video. But otherwise, we're going to do a quick little recap, and then we're going to get into it. So John Paul Miller, his home was recently raided by the FBI. And y'all, it was all over my social media feeds. People were wondering why his home was raided and all of this stuff. And not only was his home raided by the FBI, but Pastor John Paul Miller, has since been arrested. However, it may not be for the reason that you're thinking. So first, if you do not already know, JP Miller was the husband of the beautiful Mica Miller, who passed away just a little over 6 months ago under what a lot of people consider to be very suspicious circumstances. Now, ever since Mica's passing, JP Miller has been under the microscope, and not just by the media, but by a lot of people, and especially by online sleuths and people that live in his town as well. Now, before we get into the FBI raid and JP's arrest, let's talk about some of the things that have been like swirling around since the last time we talked about JP. Now, back in July, Mica's family did end up reaching a settlement. I don't know if you guys remember, but they were, going to be going after JP, and they were going to be suing him, and they went to court, and they ended up settling this suit that they filed against him. Now, the details of the settlement are sealed, but what we do know is that both parties agreed to end the litigation and to not file any more lawsuits against one another in the future. This does mean that Mica's family cannot file a wrongful death lawsuit against JP. Mica's sister, Sierra, also withdrew the petition that she filed to gain complete control over Mica's estate. And in August, JP was officially named the personal representation of Mica's estate. A lot of people felt like that was a loss, but there were reasons why the family did what they did. Now, if y'all remember, there were photos that came out just 4 days after Mica passed away. Now, hear me out. Mica passed away. Y'all remember, right? The very next morning, J.P. Miller is up on his pulpit in front of his church talking about, well, first he did a whole hour long of a sermon, cutting up, cracking jokes, and then at the end, he tells everybody to stand up. Let me just refresh your memory real quick.
Stand up, and I'm going to make an announcement. And after the announcement, I'm going to ask that you leave church quietly and don't talk about the announcement here in the building, please, if you can, so y'all can stand to your feet. Before I make the announcement, I also want to say that my request to you is that you will continue to come to church and serve and give for the next little bit. 'Cause I don't want to have. I'm taking a little bit of a break, and I don't want to have to worry about the church. My break may be a few days, a few weeks. I don't know. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away, and it was self-induced. And it was up in North Carolina. And we're going to have a funeral for her next Sunday here at 3 p.m. And so it's all I can, I'm just kind of going on adrenaline right now. So y'all pray for me and my kids and everybody. And y'all knew that she wasn't well mentally. And that she needed her medicine that was hard to get to her. And so I'm sure there'll be more details to come. But just keep our family in your prayers. And I'm going to let Pastor Randall, my bishop, he can pray. I get him a microphone, he'll pray out. And if you have anything you want to share as well.
Now, just 4 days after she passed away, JP was out and about spotted with a woman named Susie Skinner. Y'all remember that? We talked about all of this in one of the videos. Now, it was rumored that the two of them were actually in a relationship, but they were always denying it. They always said it was nothing more than a friendship. Again, mind you, just 4 days after Mica's passing. Recently, though, there has been a very, very huge rumor, and I do want to say it is a rumor. I do not know, okay? But there is a rumor that JP and Susie have gotten married. Now, JP denies it, and the two of them, again, have always been very adamant that they are just friends. And when asked about it, JP said that he is still dealing with the loss of Mica. So he definitely has not married Susie. But locals have said that, oh yeah, the two of them, they're a couple, and they believe that the two of them have recently gotten married. However, several media sources have tried to find a record of the marriage license, but they have not been able to do so. The two of them are very frequently seen out and about together. Now, about a month ago, it came out that JP had filed articles of incorporation for Living Water Church at Market Common, Inc., according to these online records. The business address was listed as JP's personal residence in Myrtle Beach, but apparently JP applied for a federal nonprofit status for this Living Water Church. Then, on November 5th, movers were seen removing items from Solid Rock Church and placing them in moving trucks. The Solid Rock lettering was also taken off of the front of the building. You guys remember there was tons of protests going on out in front of that church for a long, long time. So Solid Rock Church did end up buying a piece of land close by in 2023 with plans to build a larger church, but it does not appear that any construction has started yet. Charles Randall, who oversees the church, said that he did not want to comment on why the church was moving when he was asked about it. Solid Rock's website has been taken down and their phone number has since been disconnected. This seems pretty weird, especially because not even a week prior to this, on November 1st, JP's home was raided by the FBI. Now again, I want you to think about this. November 1st, JP's home is raided by the FBI. November 5th, they're moving stuff out of the church. Agents told the media that they were conducting court-authorized law enforcement activity, but they refused to comment any further, which, of course, y'all are conducting court authorized, which basically was a professional way of saying, listen, we're serving a search warrant, but they're not telling why. Neighbors said that they had been told that the FBI was there to execute a search warrant, and they said that it didn't appear that JP was home at this time. This makes sense because it looks like the agents were wearing uniforms that said Evidence Response Team. As the search warrant was being executed, it looked like there was also some police activity near JP's home in response to a deceased body being found. Now, it doesn't appear to be related to JP though. However, the rumors were swirling, y'all. The rumors were swirling, in the neighborhood and everything. And something interesting, Mica's divorce attorney has come out and said that she received a subpoena asking her to provide documents to a grand jury that's been investigating JP since long before the raid. She did not go into any more specifics, but I do find that very interesting. Now, even more shockingly, JP was actually arrested on November 6th for third-degree assault and battery. A witness actually got a video of the incident that shows a woman chasing JP in a parking lot, claiming that he touched her. She said that JP squared up to her and tapped her on her hat with his phone. Now, I'm going to show y'all this video, okay? And then we're going to talk about it. Watch this.
Captured on video shows a protester running after John Paul Miller, yelling names while Miller is seen running away. Miller then turns around and runs towards her.
You touch me! Don't you touch me, psychopath! Don't you touch me! You touch me! Don't touch me!
The protester, Sandra Carone, talked to us about what happened when he approached her.
He stood right up in my face between the two cars. He was right in my face, and he said, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do?" And he had his phone up in my face and tapped the brim of my hat twice while he was saying it, which then triggered me to immediately scream, "Don't touch me."
She says they saw what looked like Miller recording them with his phone, so they began yelling names and tried to confront him.
I could see where they might say it was antagonistic, but to antagonize someone into doing something illegal, how am I responsible for him doing that?
JP was given a $776 bond. He posted it and he ended up being released.
John Paul, any reactions today?
No. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
During his bond hearing, JP's lawyers claimed that the protesters baited him into doing something and trying their best to drive him crazy. JP's next court appearance for his charge is scheduled for December 10th. Now, this is where it twists and turns for me, okay? And this is what I'm thinking. This is my very unprofessional opinion. The first thing I want to talk about is the arrest. So many people online are celebrating about this arrest. I know it has got to feel good for probably the family and people to see a mugshot of JP right now. But I don't think this was done in the right way. We're going to watch this video again here in a second. But when you watch this video, this woman is literally going after him. She's antagonizing him.
So they began yelling names and tried to confront him.
I could see where they might say it was antagonistic, but to antagonize someone into doing something illegal, how am I responsible for him doing that?
Do I think he's probably a very shady, not so good person? I do. In my opinion, I absolutely do. Do I think he should be investigated? A long time ago for a bunch of different things. But in this video, it seems like this woman is literally chasing after him. She's calling him a psychopath. And from what I understand, after she ran up to him, he turned around. She said squared up to him. He turns around or walks towards her or whatever, and she has a hat on, and he takes his phone and he taps his phone on her hat saying, "What are you gonna do?" And this is when she almost follows him into the building, yelling at him, and then decides she's going to go and call the police. Watch the video again.
You touch me! Don't you touch me, you psychopath! Don't you touch me! You touch me! Don't touch me!
Come on, guys. At some point, we got to draw a line here. Like, you can't do that. You can't chase after people, antagonize them. Should he have touched her with his cell phone? No, he shouldn't have. He definitely shouldn't have. But come on, you guys. I just don't feel like, in my personal opinion, this is the way to do it. Let the investigators do what they're doing. The next thing is, I can't help but to wonder, did he marry this woman because he knows he's under some sort of investigation, and if he gets in trouble, he needs somebody that's going to handle his stuff? I don't know. Now, he said he didn't marry her, but I don't know. And why is the FBI raiding his home? I think it's got to do with something financial, because allegedly Mica knew things that were going on that should not be going on within the church, his church, the way that he was running things. And that's what I think it's about. I think the investigation has to do with financial stuff. What do you think? Have y'all heard about this? What do you think about the video of him getting arrested? Again, I know that there's a lot of people that are just so happy that he got arrested for something, but this could backfire. It could make him look like the victim if there's not more to it. I don't know. I just don't see that. I don't see a world where we're chasing people down. We're antagonizing them. Y'all don't remember in middle school, maybe some of y'all didn't go to middle schools like this, where you got one person that gets in the other person's face and they're like, hit me, and they're spitting in the person's face, hit me, I dare you. And when the person barely taps them, oh, they pushed me, and then the fight breaks out, and then it was like, well, he pushed me first, and it's like, what? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.